Hi everyone, it's Keeley here again. How are you all? Hope you're all okay and everything's okay with you. Okay, so in today's little video, just a quick video, I channeled in a person who you're in separation from, who was unreliable. They didn't like being tied down. They had this sort of energy of the excitement of things for them wore off very quickly. That's what I'm getting. It's a person who didn't like to be tied down. They didn't like routine, and they did love you very much. They did love you, but they were also suffering with some other hardships in their life that was actually nothing to do with you. It could have been some grief they got, some disappointments, but there was something that was really a real burden for them. I think for some of them, this burden they had caused them some sort of pain, really, some humiliation, some loss, and they just, I feel that the energy of this affected your relationship. They needed to break free. They were so bogged down with all these burdens and all these responsibilities, they just couldn't cope. So they left. They absolutely left. But they are, we've got sun there, I don't know if you can see that, probably not. They are coming back. They're coming back. So we're just going to have a little look now and just see what's going on. Let's just see what's going on with this person. Before I start though, if you do want a personal read, everything's in the description box below, the link's in there. Let's just have a look. Yes, yeah, absolutely bang on. I think it was grief. They were grieving something. Let's just come out with the pre-shuffle, the Normans. You can see that, guys. Five of Cups. This person's carrying a lot of pain from the past, a real heavy burden. A real heavy burden. And instead of, sort of trying to deal with it, I think they were doing was just getting excitement wherever they could. But eventually, once the excitement wore off, which it does with any relationship, any relationship should level itself out. I mean, eventually it can't. It's never like the heady days as it is when it first sort of, begins. But this person, because they were carrying so much grief and pain and grief, that once any excitement had worn off, or once they wanted they wanted to avoid their responsibilities, they were off. But it's definitely due to some grief. They've got some grief in the past. Real burden for them. It was a real burden. It's quite sad, really. It's quite a sad energy for whoever this was. Whoever this was that was in your life. Let me just see. Get some more on this person. Let's just have a look. Yeah, gosh. Ooh. Yeah. This person, because they hadn't dealt with something, their own grief and their own pain, they were quite volatile. They had to win, and I think on occasions they left you quite humiliated. And I feel for some they could have just really had a bit of a wandering eye. And that goes back to, I just got another, that goes back to what I was saying about them not sticking around once the excitement wears out. because they're just running from themselves. They're just running from themselves. And I think, they're realising this now. They're realising that they can't just keep running. But, for some of you, this person wasn't very nice. They weren't very nice at all. They were quite spiteful, bitter. They just played head games. I always use that word, head games. Just verbal, stupid little arguments that they had to win at all costs. All costs. And they were selfish. In the end, they were selfish. But it's because of their past. It's because of their past. But they do want to come back in. So I'm just going to see what that's about for you. Let me just have a look. Thank you. Yeah, King of Cups. Yeah, there you go. Somebody's coming back. Somebody's coming back. Let me just see. Let's just have a look. Just pull another one. Yeah, this person's going to come back and they're going to say that they have missed you and they have wanted to see you and they need to be with you, and that they have changed, and initially they are going to present themselves as emotionally stable and emotionally secure, stable, everything's fine, and that they've changed and that they miss you. But I have a feeling that they could bounce back into the energy that they were in before when you separated. Yes, yeah, they will. 7 of Cups. You see that? They're going to, this person's going to basically come back. You're going to get all the nice messages, all the nice emails, everything's going to be rosy in the little rose garden. And you're going to think they've changed. And they're going to say they've missed you. And that they love you and everything's going to be fine. But further on down the line, at some point, their tendency to up sticks and run when things get difficult, and their tendency to get bored, whether emotionally or physically, will kick back in, I feel. I feel that will kick back in. And they will revert back then to looking at their choices again. They'll start looking at other options, which is going to leave you extremely confused. So that really is the energy. I feel, yeah, that they'll be back, but they're going to bounce back into the energy of being bored again, needing more excitement, looking at other people, looking at other options. So I think you will probably be back to square one again. I think the underlying problems that they had when they left, they'll bury for a while, but they will resurface again. Yeah, but they are still stuck on you. They are still stuck on you. They haven't. I feel that you gave them a lot of security, a lot of balance, and you brought some really amazing good things into their life. It's almost like, I'm going to say, you're their safe haven. You're their safe haven. They can bounce off doing whatever they want to do, and then it all goes to, whatever, and then they come back. Because they haven't got the emotional strength to actually disconnect from you completely. They never do. They just come back. But that is not good energy for you to be in. That's not a good energy for you to be in. It could even be sort of a codependency thing going on here, really, to be honest. Let me just clarify this one. Yeah, and then they get bored again. Yeah, they just get bored again. Then they just emotionally shut off, and You know, you're left with this person who's not really interested in what you've got to offer them anymore, because they're not looking at what you're offering them. They're looking at everything else again. So I would be a little bit careful. I mean, you know, I would just be a little bit careful. You know, make sure they've done the work. Make sure they have changed this time. Like I say, and I always say energy changes. You know, this energy is never the same. So in time, this person could change, but in the present energy at the moment, they will just repeat the behaviour they've done in the past. Yeah. And I think you'll just end up back in no communication again. Yeah, but you know, this person, you're in their head. You're probably, you know, I think you're probably affecting their sleep, really, to be honest. Oh, I've got it again there. I've got the same card twice, the Five of Swords. Be careful. There we go. Oh, I'll show you. That's flipped out twice now. So I think they'll still eventually possibly humiliate you, cause arguments, cause hassle for you, and they'll start looking at other options again. So I hope that was helpful for you. And if you haven't already done so, if you wouldn't mind just hitting the like and subscribe button if you want to see any more content. And if you do want a personal read, just check out the link in the description, and everything is on there for you. So anyway, you take care of yourself and selves, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.